I'm your truly King Chris. Welcome back to my channel. I think we're about to have story time. That's what's up. For my story time today, I'm going to be drinking Galilee sweet apple wine. I showed this in actually a previous video. I'm actually falling in love with this wine right here. And like I told you before, I'm not too fond of a screw top on a wine, but actually this is really good. And you can get this from your local Walmart. So yeah, so it's Galilee sweet apple wine. That's what we're sipping on today. All right, so it's story time. It's that time again. So today we're going to talk about when I met my best friend. How I met my best friend. That's what's up. But before we go any further, come just a little closer to the screen. There you go, my royals. I see you. Make certain that you like, subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. That's what's up. All right. So let's get straight down to this story time. So I was a flight attendant, and my best friend, his name is Cedric, he passed away. You have to stay with me to get the point of this story. So we became best friends. When he first came along the airlines, he was like the new guy in the airlines. Everybody so much was like Cedric, Cedric, Cedric. I did not like him. I have to admit that the guy looked better than me. I was totally jealous. So, so the first time that we came encounter with each other, we were actually changing planes. And so he came up to me. He was trying to talk to me. I was just like, whatever. Hey, how you doing? Move. I'm trying to go. I don't want to talk to you. So that was pretty much the first time that we encountered each other. And then so we met up again, and I saw him. He came to me, and he actually like said, "I'm Cedric. I think we met before." I was like, "Yeah, whatever, or whatever." Like I just totally wasn't feeling the guy because, like I said, I was jealous of him. And so, but anyways, long story short, one day I was on a flight. I believe I was going to Memphis, and I think he was working the flight. And so he came up to me again, and I was deadheading for those of you that are not familiar with the airline lingo. Deadheading is when you're on a flight as a positive space to get where you need to be for work. So I was deadheading. So he came up to me on the flight. He gave me like some cocktails. I was all down for the cocktail. Yes, it was some wine, but it wasn't as good as this apple. But it was some wine. All right. So he gave me some wine and some other little things he put in a bag for me. And so he also gave me his phone number. He was like, "Well, I'm going to be moving to Atlanta soon. Maybe you can come and hang out." I'm like, okay, whatever. So he gave me his number. So I took the number and I actually put it in my flight bag. I wish I should have had the flight bag so I can show you what I was talking about. But anyways, so I put it in the flight bag. And once I put it into the flight bag, I just pretty much left it there. It's been like about 2 weeks, maybe three now, going on. And I meet him again early this morning. And on this particular morning when I met him, he was actually finishing a trip, and I had like two more legs to go. And legs is usually what we call is like our trips that we do a day. So I had like two more legs to go. So he got off the airplane. I actually took over the airplane. He went home to Atlanta. So that night when I got done with work, I couldn't get home. And usually when I can't catch my flight back to where I live, my backup would be like DC or Orlando. That would be like my backup flight. But on this particular night, it was storms in the area. So like everything was full, everything was booked. It was just like so crazy. So I was like, you know what? I got Cedric's phone number. Let me call him. So I ended up calling Cedric and I asked him, could he come pick me up? I couldn't get home. The only flight that particular night available was Atlanta. So he agreed to come pick me up. So we get on the airplane. Like I said before, it was really bad weather. So therefore, the plane was like delayed. So I called him back. I said, well, I'm not quite sure what time we're leaving. It's going to be like really, really late by the time I get to Atlanta. So, so he was like, yeah, cool, just call me or whatever. So anyways, long story short, I ended up getting to Atlanta about like 2 o'clock in the morning. So he picked me up, knowing you, this man is like totally a stranger to me, besides us passing each other in work and the little mini conversations. that we have had like along the way. So therefore, I was able to get there. So he picked me up. Cedric was like a real big eater. So like it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. He goes, "Let's go get something to eat." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Let's go get something to eat." So of course he takes me to the Waffle House. I am not a fan of the Waffle House. No, I do not like the Waffle House. Like, no. Why the Waffle House? I don't like the Waffle House. No, I don't want to go to the Waffle House. I just like saying that. Like, yes, I really like saying that. But really, I didn't want to go to the Waffle House, but we ended up going to the Waffle House. I got there. I think I ended up having like a cup of coffee and I think like the hash browns or something like that. Like, yeah, that's what I ate from the Waffle House. So we get back to his house and we finally go to sleep and then we wake up. And that's how our relationship pretty much started. And I believe I talked about Cedric in like one of my previous videos. So you have to kind of like go back to the video. Maybe I'll just drop a description to it down below in that comment box. You know, maybe. All right. Um, so that actually that friendship, that little one time that we spent the night with each other and hung out with them, it actually began a really meaningful brothering friendship. I talked about Cedric in like one of my previous videos when I went through like my breakdown or things like that. In this story time, you just have to stay with me because I'm going to get to the point in a minute. Just stay right there. Don't move. Stay right there. Drink some wine. Drink it. Okay, Roy. I think you're still there. Okay, I see you. All right. So, yeah. So it just started like a really beautiful friendship between me and him. And we were often like, we would come together, we would pray together, and we would hang out together. And then Cedric passed. And when Cedric passed on that particular night, one of my friends called and told me that Cedric had passed. And I was like, oh my God, Cedric died. I was like, how? So, like, I still hurt from that now today. Like, I really do. Like, gosh, I love Cedric so much. He was like my brother. And so, found out that he passed. And my thing that hunts me till to this day is that I remember Cedric called me and he wanted to talk, but somehow he wasn't really able to kind of like verbalize what was going on or what he wanted to say, something like that. So I got like kind of frustrated with him and I was like, you know what, call me back when you're ready to talk because I don't understand what you're saying. You just keep going back and forth. So anyway, so we ended up getting off the phone. Week went by. He called, but I didn't answer the phone. And so the next time I heard about him was like that he passed. And it goes to so, like I said, you have to go back to like my other videos. Like we often judge people and we don't even know that that person that we judge, that we will be good friends one day, that this person would be there for me when I felt like I had nobody else, when I felt that the world was just so dark and so cold. Everybody had pretty much like seemed like they turned their back on me. My friend was there. And that means so much to me. And it just goes to show that in life, we can't judge. We got to give people a try because we never know how much that person will contribute to our life. And so basically the moral of this story time is don't judge someone until you get to know them because we became like the best of friends. And it's really hurtful that that when he called me that I didn't pick up the phone when he tried calling me back so that he could tell me what was going on with him. Because I think during this whole process, if I was there with him, maybe the situation wouldn't end up the way that it ended. And then again, I can't say that because I'm not God. So I take that back. I take that back. I believe at that moment, at that time, the way that he passed, and I was able to go to his funeral services, I was able to go to his memorials and things like that. I think that's what it meant it to be. I think that he served his purpose in my life, and that was just to pick me up when I was down, praying, and things like that. So that's more of the story time is, don't judge no one until you get to know them, and cherish everybody that you say you love. Take the time out to listen to them. Take the time out to see them, because it hurted me so much. The last time I saw my friend, he was in a casket. I never thought that I would see my best friend that way again. I never did. I never thought that I would see my best friend in a casket the last time that I would see him. So, my friends, love everybody. Love them, love them, love them, love them. Love them while they're here. Love them while they're breathing. Spend time with them. Let them know how much they mean to you while they're beating. That's the moral of the story time. I hope you liked it. Hope you enjoyed your wine. Go out and get it. Once again, that is this Galilee. That's sweet apple. That's what it is. It's that green sweet apple, and it is good. All right, Royals. Until we meet again, may God bless. Thanks for watching. I gotta say it. Make certain that you are subscribing, liking, sharing. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Meet me in the bottom at those comment boxes. That's what's up. Until we meet again, may God bless.